Small Talk is the show where we express ourselves with small randomness. We fill every show with something different. There is no topic too big or too small for us to cover. Our show doesn't have a real path that we follow, and that's what makes it fun to watch. So let's get to the show. Hey guys, welcome to Small Talk. It's Monday. I am a little drained from the weekend, having worked all weekend, along with some other things that have been going on. It was a hectic weekend, but fresh, ready for Monday, or so I thought when I woke up, and then left the house a little late, got to gym late, got to grandma's late, got here late. I was just late everywhere, but you know what? That's a Monday, right? Yesterday was the Super Bowl, and that is the talk about of everything at the moment. I didn't watch it. I got home just in time for the halftime show, which was about 8 o'clock, I think, 8:30, somewhere around there. And so it was all right, I guess, if you're like really into the weekend. I've heard some people, there's a girl that works in my store. She's obsessed with the weekend. So she was like rushing home to watch it. She was like, this is such a big thing for him. It was all right, I guess. If you're into that sort of thing. I thought some of the camera angles that they chose was kind of weird. Especially the one where he got a camera. Zach was like, oh, that's pretty cool. They gave him a camera. I was like, yeah, but it looks really weird. It was like, I've seen it in a meme now, actually. So, you know, that's going to blow up like the Bernie Sanders when he was sitting there. That exploded. So that little shot of him with the camera in the crazy, what do you call it? Like when you go into a fun house, a mirror, it's like a crazy fun house is what I called it. That's what it looked like to me, at least. So, that's going to explode into a meme. I've already seen it once today. Yeah. I wasn't a fan. The music was great. I listened to it more than I watched. Football's just not my forte. I don't know. I've never been able to grasp it. My dad would probably not be too happy. He's a giant sports fan. But when the draft happens is when he's all in. Apparently he used to take vacation time to watch a draft. And then I think something big with the baseball too. That happens every year. He used to take time off for that. He's really into sports, but I'm just, I don't know. I didn't get really into it that much. And then, of course, when I started dating Zach, NASCAR became an eye-opener. I didn't even know NASCAR was a thing. I was just that oblivious, I guess you could say. And that is the sport that is talked about in my nature. And that, I saw another meme that said, oh, Super Bowl's today? Great. That means the 500's in a week. And actually, I think his mom tagged him in that. And I just had to laugh because I was like, I personally don't get overexcited about sports. Not that I don't like sports. I've gone to baseball games all the time with my dad growing up. It's just that one of those things where it's like you can sit there and watch what's going on, but for me, it's kind of hard to follow, just because like there's just so much going on. And I think that's how I feel a lot about football. Is I said to Zach, I was like, "There's 4 quarters in football, right?" He was like, "Yeah." So I swear sometimes I should be slightly blonde because I'm just a little oblivious when it comes to sports. Basketball, forget it. I remember going to one basketball game down in Miami with my dad when I was little. Baseball was really the way to go for me growing up. I used to love playing it, but as far as understanding what is going on, to me it was just a little hard to follow. And I don't know, NASCAR is slightly easier to follow, just as far as like what's going on and just the concept of it. Everyone jokes that NASCAR isn't a sport and all you're doing is left turns, but like there's so much more to it. And it's just like when a wreck happens, like that's when I get really interested. I'm like, oh, what's happening? Is a car on fire? And just what amazes me is how much safety goes into NASCAR itself. And Zach is just a motorhead, a gearhead. So he's into formula drifting and just anything. I always say that he sometimes has nothing to talk about unless it has four wheels and a motor, because that's just how the conversations go sometimes. And I make fun about him. I make fun about this with him all the time. And he laughs and is like, no, I don't. But anyway, what amazes me about like the Formula Drift and NASCAR is how such a wreck can happen. And like someone could just walk away and have very minimal to nothing wrong with them. There was a car, we were watching a Formula Drift race a while ago, and the car caught on fire and crashed. It was real bad. And it's one of those where they thought he died because the wreck was just so massive and invasive. He walked away with burns. Like, he jumped out of the car. Like, he popped out in the flames. It was crazy. Zach went to the 500 where I think it was Kyle Larson. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. And that was the one where the car crashed into the stands, and like there were tires and a motor all in the stands. He was fine. He was very far away from it where he was sitting. But just stuff like that excitement doesn't happen for me in baseball, in football, in basketball. Like that's just, maybe I'm just more into the extreme stuff, I guess, because you're dealing with a car, a motor, lots of stuff can go wrong with a car. And it's just, I don't know, it's more excitement. But we're getting ready to, so 500's next week, and then I don't know what they're doing, but there's like, he was like, oh, they're going to be down here, they're going to be in Florida for like 3 weeks, because it's the 500 and then something else, and then they're going to Homestead. And we've actually had tickets to the Homestead race since 2019. We went to the Homestead race because it used to be the championship. Homestead in Florida used to be the very last race of the year. And he got me into it. So then we started going on to the Friday race because you could see a little bit of everything. You could see practice and qualifying of the other two races that happened Saturday and Sunday on Friday, and then the truck race on Friday. So it was like the best of both worlds, so to speak. And so after that race, I bought him tickets for his birthday for 2020. Well, 2020 didn't go according to plan as anyone would have expected, and we didn't get to go to the race. So that race is actually coming up in 3 weeks, something like that. And I'm so excited because not only do we finally get to use the tickets and go do something, but we get to go do something. We've both been very sheltered, so to speak, because he lives with his grandma. I live with my parents and his grandma, so it's like we have to be careful in all aspects, not like everyone else should, but we're just slightly higher risk, I guess you could say. And so it's nice to be excited about having something to look forward to and like just go do something. So that's very exciting. And then, of course, my cousin is getting married, finally. That was another thing that more or less had to get pushed back because of COVID, and that they also had a baby, which is very exciting, which is one of the more happy things that came out of 2020. My cousin, 2 cousins actually had babies last year, of mine, and then one of his cousins just had a baby. So a lot of exciting things have happened recently, which is all nice. I'm so upset. I have not met these babies yet. I want to go meet them. My life is chaotic, and I'm trying to make time, but things happen. So, that's my little spiel. But going back to the Super Bowl, the Bucks won. Yay, nay. If you're with the Bucks, great. If you're not, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people were pushing on Mahomes, and they were all like in the pits of people like wanting to win. I know the Chiefs were more of the ideal pick. 31-9, guys. Ouch. I saw that at 10 o'clock last night. I got that alert on my phone. And ouch. That had to hurt. 31-9. There's no comeback from that. Again, I mean, I look at numbers. Like, that's crazy. Crazy. Everyone had all these, I feel bad for, like, people that had bets on these games, because I know people do that. My aunt got a couch out of Super Bowl one year because they, like, I don't know, they put a pool on a bet for who to win, and her team won. So she got a new couch because it was just the money that was there. But I feel very bad for anyone that was betting on the Chiefs because that didn't happen. Did not go their way at all. I know my grandma was. Not that she, like, bets in that sense, like physically bets, like verbal bet. I saw her this morning. I was like, your team lost. She was like, yeah, everyone was disappointed. I'm sorry, guys, but Bucks won. I think I'm just more excited that it's a Florida team that won. Go Bucks. Yeah. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Sorry, Taylor. Hope you're ready. And we'll be right back. Here at Small Talk, we inspire to be different. We have guests from all sorts of topics, like bakeries, DJs, archery, advocacy on special topics, and just random thoughts. We also produce and edit videos and commercials. No amount of footage is too big or small. That is our motto. We can do fun experimental videos or documentaries on serious and fun topics. We are one-stop shop, as I like to call it. Call today at 866-224-5422 or email me at smalltalktv2020@gmail.com. You're watching Small Talk, the show where we express ourselves with small randomness. We fill every show with something different, and that's what makes our show so special. If you have something that's different or random that you would like to discuss, call us at 866-224-5422. Let's get back to the show. Oh, I got crazy hair. Hi, guys. Welcome back. I guess that's what happens when I play with my hair, not in the mirror. I get crazy hair. Anyway, I wanted to introduce Mr. Barry. Hello. He's, I think Freddie's little guy, but he's mine today because he's in my shot. So this is Barry. He likes to hang out with me, do my shows. He's my little companion. Anyway, I am on a dry run of guests. And I know you don't always have to have a guest when doing these shows, but sometimes I can just ramble on. But really, I'm like, what am I going to talk about? And I'm really just spitballing here because I don't know what else to talk about. But apparently, I'm good at just rambling on, so that works. But I do like to interact with people and get to know things. So if you have a business, if you have a friend or a family that's starting a business or has got even a fundraiser or an event coming up, I want to know. Let me know. I would love to talk to them. I know that it's Girl Scout season, cookie season now. So if you know a girl that's selling Girl Scouts, I'm very intrigued to know how people are selling cookies this year. Because last year, I'm sure they did it normally because it was right before all this funness happened last year. But I was a Girl Scout, so I remember standing in front of Publix, and I think we did a Walmart and Penn Dutch when Penn Dutches were around. And Blockbuster. Who remembers Blockbuster? Yeah. We used to stand outside. It was little old me standing outside asking if people wanted to buy Girl Scout cookies. It was, I guess, a highlight of my childhood. But I got a forever friend out of it, and grateful for that. But I'm very intrigued to know how people are selling cookies. And not only that, I would like to buy some cookies. So if you have a sister or a niece or know someone that is selling cookies, send them my way. Would love to talk to them, get to know how they're doing it, and as well, support them a little bit. Get some cookies. So leave it in the comments, DM me, whatever. Send them my way. What else was I going to say? Oh, I got a false excitement from FAU. I came home, there was a box sitting on my desk. It was from FAU. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, this is my degree. Because I recently graduated in December. I almost said March. We're not in March yet. December. I'm officially an alumni. I think that's how you say it. So, alumnus. I think there's a few different ways to say it. But I was so excited when I saw this box because when I graduated with my associates from Broward College, it took like 3 months to get my degree. So I saw this box sitting on my desk. I was so excited. I thought it was my bachelor's. Nope. It was a congratulations, you graduated box. It came with a sheet of 4 stickers, this being one of them, and I heart FAU, which is super cute because I did want a sticker, and when I tried to order it back in like November, it canceled because I guess everyone was buying them and there was no more. So I was a little disappointed at that. So it came with a sheet of 4 stickers, a congratulations letter from the dean, basically being like, you graduated, great. Hopefully we'll be able to do a ceremony in person again. That is mine. You can't find your mask? It came with a pennant flag that says class of 2020, and it had the owl on it, which was super cute, but I'm like, I don't see it in here. Oh, could it be under that clock? Sorry, I'm helping Freddie look for his mask while on my show. Nope. Okay. It came with a pennant flag that said class of 2020, which I thought was super cute, but I'm not going to hang it. And what do you call it? One of those license plate covers that was like in the navy blue, red, and white, the colors of the school, and it said FAU alumni, which I thought was cool, but I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on my bumper, I guess. But there was some disappointment because I thought it was my degree and it was not. Oh well, I guess I'll have to wait another 2 months for it because it does take like 3 months to get your degree, and I'm like, why probably because there's a couple thousand usually in a graduation class, so it just takes time, I guess. But yeah. I'm going to check out a little early today. We have a new show that I'm super excited about on 2020 Vision. It's called Talking to Taylor. She is one of the interns here. I had her on a few weeks ago. And I think did you talk a little bit about it when you were on? No. We'll have to get her on next week to talk to Taylor about how her show was. I hear her guest is international. Which, if you saw last week's show, I had someone from New York. So she's breaking international waters, which is pretty cool, I think. If I knew someone internationally, they'd definitely be on, just because they're international. But I don't, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm super excited about her show. Her show is going to be back-to-back to mine. 11 o'clock on Mondays, Talking to Taylor. Definitely check it out. I hear it's going to be not polar opposite to mine, but kind of. What do you talk about on your shows? Just kind of anything and everything. So it's kind of like this one, except she probably has more of a plan than I do. I just kind of wing it sometimes. All our shows are kind of different but the same. Mine and Teddy's is structured a little differently, but if she doesn't have anything to talk about, she doesn't wing it. She just doesn't do it. I like to be a little consistent and just keep everything going, whether I have something to talk about or not. So, but like I said, if you know someone, Girl Scout cookies. I want a girl. Let me know. Be sure to check out Talking to Taylor next at 11. It's going to be a great show. I'll see you guys next week. I don't have a word of the week. Call it random. Word of the week random. FAU. I don't know. One of those. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching our show with fun topics and random thoughts. Make sure to tune in next time for the new Word of the Week, along with new and exciting randomness. Till then, stay small, think big.